trillions of dollars to flow into blockchains like Stellar XLM. But how can we see this happening? Are we at a bottom in the crypto market? Are we going to go up from here in price, in terms of price? And what is going on with Stellar XLM's price as other digital assets rise in price, but Stellar XLM stays relatively flat? Well, I'm here to answer those questions, and what we need to do is really look at the US 10-year yield. The reason why we in the UK have to do that also as well is because actually the US dollar is the reserve currency. Everything around the world is pretty much bought and sold in US dollars. So we use it as a unit to determine the cost of things. And if that price is stable, then we could be sure that we could buy things like oil, like food, like commodities at a reasonable price. If the dollar is not flat, is not stable, then it offers instability in the markets. At present, what we're seeing is a dollar that is parabolic, and it is only now just beginning to fall. So, what's happening? What exactly is going on with the dollar and the 10-year yield? And how are they intertwined? Well, it's quite simple, or not so simple, as the case may be. The US dollar goes up when the 10-year yield goes up. Okay, bonds, US bonds get brought up. US Treasury bonds get brought up. The Federal Reserve buys up the US Treasury bonds. Okay, and that increases the price of the dollar, which is stock market negative. And what do I mean by that? I mean the Dow Jones and the S&P 500 fall in value. And really, what it means to us over here in the UK is that we're getting less for our pound when we buy services and commodities from the USA. And really, we're just as big on tech as everybody else is across the globe, and we have a friendly alliance with the USA, and tech companies offering their services to us costs more on average, right? So that is what happens with inflation. So unfortunately it's a double-edged sword, because if the opposite happens with the 10-year yield, the 10-year yield starts to drop, okay, then stock markets go up in value. And that's happening at around, on the 10-year yield, the US Treasury bonds, 10-year yields, the 10-year yield notes, at around 2.75. Now, if you want more information on that, you've only really got to look at Wikipedia to tell you what determines what happens in the stock markets. Not only that, check out Gregory Mannarino. He puts it in real simple terms, and he's a funny guy. Check him out, give him a like, subscribe, check his YouTube video out. Okay, so this is what happens with the stock market. Just yesterday we saw that the US Treasury bonds were all over the place. Okay, up and down, up and down. One minute it was below 7.5, the next minute is up at 2.95. Yeah, and so we've really got to keep an eye on the 10-year yield to determine what's going on with the stock market. Because when it did that, when it dropped, the market was up and roaring by lots of percentage points. And then, as soon as the Treasury 10-year yield bonds started to move up, stocks came right down. And we're about flat at the moment. And really, what you got to understand is this has a massive effect on cryptos. And if you haven't seen, you really need to check out Blockchain Backer and check out his channel. He does some really good TA and shows that there is absolute confluence with the Dow Jones, the stock market, and cryptos, and what's happening and what we can expect. So at present, the entire crypto market is looking bullish, and that is only really, you know, a few cryptos like Ethereum, like Bitcoin, Ethereum Classic. You can see they've got a massive uptick from the bottom. They're leading the way. They're indicating that the whole crypto market is going to start moving up. We're yet to see all of those other assets like Bitcoin Cash show a strong move, like XRP, like XLM, Stellar, the Old Faithful, Monero, Dash, Zcash. We're yet to see those privacy coins really move up. And when you see those move up and start to get to a 702 retracement level, you know then that we have got this reversal. Okay, we are moving up. The whole altcoin market is on the rise, and we also then have to look at where we are in terms of dominance, Bitcoin dominance. You know, if it's at 60%, dominance is way too high for an altcoin rally. If it's below where it is now, which is at 40, then we can see that there is high potential that we're starting to see an altcoin run. But what I have to say is that Ethereum and Bitcoin is at around 61% dominance. So we're not really seeing a proper altcoin market run right now. But I feel that we are at the precipice of that. We're starting to see some movement, some green shoots in those markets there. So we are waiting for the Dow Jones to show us that it's moving towards a full Fibonacci retracement level. Okay, and what do I mean by that? I mean it moves to the top of this Fibonacci chart and then it's going to retrace. That's when it's over. Okay, stock market is everything. It does that, and you see that on the S&P 500. That's what we're looking for. Okay, and really, if the Dow Jones is doing that, that is massively crypto positive. And so, why can we expect this? Why can we expect more inflation, and why can we expect the stock market to be going up as opposed to be going down? Because I tell you why. Clearly, governments around the world, G7, G10, G20, all of them, okay, are embarking on a massive bond buying program. This is massively stock market positive. It is also massively inflationary negative. So we're gonna inflationary positive because we're gonna see more inflation, okay? Because stocks are on the up. Stocks are on the up, it's obvious. Stocks cost more money, right? Therefore, our products cost more money. That is inflation. But the government need to be doing this. They need to prop up the stock market so that the rich can get richer and the poorer will keep getting poorer. That is the way the system is. It's always been that way. It's been designed to be that way, where only a few can get rich and live in wealth and comfort. So, my friends, this is why we are going to see cryptos like Stellar XLM make all new time highs, and trillions will flow in to these crypto markets because of the way the Treasury bonds are behaving, the government, the Federal Reserve, Treasuries, what they are doing around the world to affect the stock market prices. So without further ado, if you enjoyed this content, you should join our community. Join Zioncoin.org.uk. The link is in the description. Join a VABC project. If you're a developer and you like to develop new applications, there's a VABC project for you. Social media project for you. Think tank project for you. So if you've got ideas about applications that you want to build out, work with the devs and make it happen. If you just like blogging, there's a VABC project for you. So it's all free, it doesn't cost you anything, and you'll get free Zion coins. Now, don't forget to pick up a ledger or a Trezor, or even both. It's so important that you keep your assets on your own with your own cold storage wallets. Check out the link in the description. Pick up a ledger or both, a ledger and a Trezor. Become your own banks. You're going to need to check out this next video if you enjoyed this content. It's on the latest of Stellar XLM and Zion coins. And if you like this content, smash the Zion coin up there, like and subscribe. It helps us with the YouTube algorithm. And don't forget to share, because sharing is caring. I'm Nathan, aka Nathan of Zion. See you in the next one. Have a great day. Take care now.